Good morning. It's Tuesday, and it's time for our daily devotion. Today, we're brought to Genesis 15, verses 1 through 16. This is the second iteration of the promise of God to Abram and Sarai, later Abraham and Sarah, about God's promise to them, that they would have land, that they would have descendants, numerous descendants, God's own people. In fact, this is the beginning still of the people of God. Specific group of people called out from all the world. I think the thought was that these people would learn God's ways and help teach and instruct and invite people to God's ways, and so bless the world. God would bless the world through them. But the promises haven't happened yet. They've left everything. They're on their way. But they don't yet have a baby. They don't have the first fruit of that promise. And so he's struggling a little bit about that. Like, how can I? Like, we're old. How can we do that? So that's what this text is about, and a reiteration, God's reiteration, and inviting Abram to hold faith, to hold fast in the faith. The word of the Lord came to Abram in a vision. "Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your very great reward." But Abram said, "Sovereign Lord, what can you give me, since I remain childless, and the one who will inherit my estate is Eliezer of Damascus?" And Abram said, "You have given me no children, so a servant in my household will be my heir." Then the word of the Lord came to him, "This man will not be your heir, but a son who is your own flesh and blood will be your heir." He took him outside and said, "Look up at the sky and count the stars, if indeed you can count them." Then he said to him, "So your offspring shall be." Abram believed the Lord, and he credited it to him as righteousness. He also said to him, "I am the Lord who brought you out of Ur of the Chaldeans to give you this land to take possession of it." But Abram said, "Sovereign Lord, how can I know that I will gain possession of it?" So the Lord said to him, "Bring me a heifer, a goat, and a ram, each 3 years old, along with a dove and a young pigeon." Abram brought all these to him, cut them in two, and arranged the halves opposite each other. The birds, however, he didn't cut in half. Then birds of prey came down on the carcasses, but Abram drove them away. As the sun was setting, Abram fell into a deep sleep, and a thick and dreadful darkness came over him. Then the Lord said to him, "Know for certain that for 400 years your descendants will be strangers in a country not their own, and that they will be enslaved and mistreated there. But I will punish the nation they serve as slaves, and afterward they will come out with great possessions. You, however, will go to your ancestors in peace and be buried at a good old age. In the 4th generation, your descendants will come back here, for the sin of the Amorites has not yet reached its full measure." And that seems to be an answer, right? We have this, first, here's this, Abram, you're going to have your own flesh and blood children. And then after that, there's, well, here's what's going to happen. Here's the next 800 years. Here's the next period of time. And this is laid out. This is how it's going to work. Well, the song I have is right from part of this text, at least, the God of Sarah praise, so I'll just go ahead and sing that. Bum, 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 bum. The God of Sarah praise, the God of dreams long dead, who brings on forth unexpected life, disarming dread. Though griefless through the night, joy rises with the sun. God leaves us laughing in surprise at death undone. The God of Abraham praise, the God of all who roam, who guides us into foreign lands and makes our home. When darkness shrouds our path, the stars as pledges shine. God's covenant will be fulfilled by love's design. Amen.